Okay, now we need to add a couple of new pages to the website, but we also need to add entity forms to display on those pages. But in the entity forms, we need to relate back to pages. So this can be a little bit of a sort of a feel like you're going back and forth in terms of doing the creation of these things. So if we go ahead and we look at the pages that we need first of all, so I'm going to go ahead and log out as Ryan, and we'll go ahead and I'll log in as somebody that has administrator access so that we can see how to do it. To me, I find it the easiest is to do it directly from within the portal rather than within Dynamics 365 itself. So I am on the profile page. If I click on children, I'll see that we've actually got two child records, two child pages that have been created. I've got change profile image and image updated. Now, if you look here in the navigation, we can see change profile image is listed here, but image updated is not. Now, the image updated page is going to be one that when someone has updated their image, we redirect them to say, thanks, it's been received, you'll see the changes take effect shortly, that kind of thing. So if I go to the change profile image page, we'll see here we've got the name and then we've got what the parent page is. Now, if we create our child from the profile page, it will automatically default that as the parent page. We've got the partial URL, and then the page template that we want is the profile child page. That means that it will then show the correct navigation on the left hand side, and it will feel like it is part of the profile experience for the user. Now on here we've got the entity form of profile image. So this is what I'm saying in terms of if we don't already have the entity form, we can't add it here, but we will need pages on one of the entity forms to say use this page. So if you need to leave the entity form blank to start with, create the page, then you come back later on and actually put the entity form onto it. That's not a problem. Then on our language content, what do we want to actually display to the user? So you can put in your text and then any options, and then go ahead and we just save out of that. The image updated, if I click on that, again, we're going to use the profile child page, and language content, we're going to put some text on there that basically says thanks for updating the profile image. It's going to take a couple of minutes to see the profile image updated in the portal, blah blah blah. So a little bit of text there. In terms of then deciding or making sure that you have that changed profile image on here, if you hover your mouse over the profile navigation, you can then click to add whichever page it is. So if I wanted to have the image updated page on there, then I'm just basically putting in what I want the name to be on the navigation, selecting the page, and then clicking save, and then it will display within that navigation. So you're going to need to do that for the change profile image link. I just did that to show you as an example, but we don't want to have the image updated one there. That is essentially going to be our hidden page that will only be displayed when someone is redirected to it. So now we have our navigation, we have our two new pages that have been added. We'll need to then go ahead and look at creating those entity forms.